Hi friends, it's Becky, and I am going to share with you my February 2025 Beads of the Month clubs. Beads of the Month is a monthly subscription, and they have 6 different clubs that you could subscribe to. One is the 11 Seed Beads of the Month. The other is the 11 Delica Seed Beads of the Month. Then we've got our 2 Whole Seed Beads of the Month, Hot and Trendy Beads of the Month, Fire Polish Beads of the Month, and Gemstone Beads of the Month. And so that's 6 of them. There's also a companion findings pack that you can purchase separately. And I think they've also got a crystal pack that is an add-on subscription that you can add to your things. And if you have trouble deciding, like I did for the longest time, um, there's also the rotating beads of the month, where you will rotate through all 6 of those bead clubs that I was just talking about. And so I subscribe to the 11 Seed Beads of the Month and the 2 Whole Beads of the Month. And I also get the rotating beads of the month. So this month it landed on seed beads. So I've got twice the seed beads in this shipment that I normally do. And that's another thing, is this is the single shipment option. You can also subscribe to double the amount of any of the clubs. So this will be just like me getting a double amount of 11 seed beads for this month. Are you ready to see what's in here? These are the themes. We've got Flamingo Road for the 11 seed beads and Lily of the Nile for the 2 Whole seed beads. And the findings pack for me for this month was the Black Assortment 3. So it's actually black metal, not gunmetal. But it's going to be lots of fun to look through those. But look at these colors and tell me that that isn't just absolutely perfect. I got a new paint palette for unboxings, because I've done the this other paint palette with the 24 sections before, very often for this, but this was a good opportunity for me to get this one out because I've gotten the double seed beads of the month. I don't have to have as many sections, and it looks really pretty. So let's scooch in a little bit and we will get up close and personal with each of these beads. I'm going to start with the seed bead beads of the month, and we will just scroll along and rotate as we go through. The first is Dyed Opaque Cotton Candy Pink, and the 11 seed beads of the month, you get 11.5 grams per tube. The double is going to be, double that, so it'll be 25. All right, next we've got Light Gunmetal. And the next one after that is Dyed Opaque Matte Bubblegum Pink. And then we've got Transparent Taupe. That is such a nice light color to look at. And then Duracoat Galvanized Light Cranberry. And this is so bright and lovely. I love it. This is Duracoat Silver Lined Dyed Flamingo. And this is Duracoat Silver Line Dyed Gray, Smoke Gray. Both of those together just look amazing. I think I'm going to actually plan a project with both together. But look at these pinks. The pinks, I think, are my favorite part of this. And last, this is Luminous Cotton Candy. It's a crystal bead with this hot pink lining inside of it. So those are the seed bead subscriptions. Let's go down the list for our 2 Whole bead subscriptions. I love 2 Whole beads. It's just so much fun to put them together, to make some things with them. You can do very easy projects with them where you're just maybe stringing something together with 2 strands, and then it goes through the 2 Whole beads. Or you can make it more complicated and do like bead weaving or piecing them together like puzzle pieces. It just depends on what you want to do with it. So these ones are Opaque Green Turquoise Matte. They are AB with an AB finish, and they are Samos Parpuka. They have a rounded side and a flat side, and they've got 2 holes through the long side of this oval shape. And then we've got Opaque Blue Horizontal Cradle beads, and you can see the holes on those are right there in the side. And then they have this sort of saddle shape almost. Then we've got some Crystal AB Maple Leaf, and these are 2-hole maple leaf beads. This is the way that the holes go in that direction. They do have a right side and a wrong side. And sorry, I didn't tell you how many. There's 7 grams of the Samos, and then there are 7 grams of the blue horizontal cradle in the single subscription. And then you get 10 of these maple leaf 2-hole beads. Then we've got some saturated metallic crocus petal diamonds. And those are a nice flat diamond shape with those holes running through that like that. There are 7 grams in the subscription for that as well. Then we've got opaque blue piggy beads. They're shaped kind of like a cup button where you've got a rounded side, or convex and a concave side for them. And the holes, instead of like buttonholes being centered, you've got one hole in the center and one out towards the rim, so they are offset on that. They're actually kind of fun to like stack in different directions and with lines going through different holes or something right after each other. Then we've got some green zircon travertine silky beads. You get 20 of these, and these silky beads are the type that have a raised bump on one side, so they're not flat on both sides like the flat silky beads are, but they are still that square shape. And then they have the holes that follow basically along the sides of that flat bump on the other side, and these ones have a nice table cut on the top of that bump, so that you've got that definition between the color of the bead and that travertine finish. These are Crystal AB Matte Super Duos. Absolutely love, love, love that. They're a really great thing to accompany the our little crystal maple leaf bead. And then last but not least, we've got Twilight Tanzanite tile beads. It's these ones right here. And they are a very, very dark purple. And we've got the holes that are parallel to 2 of the sides on there. All right, so that is my Beads of the Month subscription. Let's take a look at my findings pack. First thing I noticed when I saw this was the great big hoops. And these I think would be fantastic to be able to do like maybe some fringe from or bead around the outside edges with some brick stitch, I think, and some of these other brighter beads. That's something that would be a really fun thing to do with that. But they are various sizes between each of the subscriptions for this particular findings pack. This size is pretty large, and I'm quite happy with that. There's 1 pair of these hoops. Go ahead and stick that right in the center of that. And then we've got a 2.2 meter cable chain. It is 16 inches of this cable chain. And it looks like the links on the cable chain are split, so we don't have to cut them. We can just swing them open and closed when we get different lengths off. Put that cable chain over there. Next, we've got fancy magnetic clasp with AB crystals. So I'm going to turn. Looks like both sides have the same crystals. And there's a bit of a concavity in there, but it does slide. So that's our fantastic metallic or magnetic clasp. We've got an S-hook clasp with a jump ring. It's these 2 right here. Some 2-inch ball head pins. These are 22 gauge. And this bag has something really cool that I haven't seen or used before. We have these scale beads or scales. Oh my goodness, I know exactly what I want to do with these. How fantastic is that? So let's turn a couple of these over. Now I know some people who use these in their jewelry, and they do some really cool looking things like dragon scales or something with their jewelry making. I haven't used them in my jewelry making before, but they are pretty cool looking. But they are 11 by 7 millimeters, and there are 12 of them in this pack. Go ahead and put that with the rest of the findings. And then we've got some 6 millimeter jump rings. They're 18 gauge, and there's 12 of them. Set them over there. And then we've got 3 lobster clasps. Again, in that black color. It's not gunmetal, it's black. Like it's got an enamel coating on it. And there we are. One final look at my Adornable Elements Beads of the Month subscription with my double Flamingo Road Beads of the Month, and then my single 2-hole Beads of the Month, and my Findings Companion Pack. All right, there will be a link in the description below if you would like to take a look at the different subscriptions that are available from Adornable Elements. There's also a coupon code that you can use to get a couple of dollars off of your first month subscription. And also, if there's anything in here that you particularly want, if they have it in stock still, if it's available, you can email Adornable Elements and arrange just to purchase that one thing. Like if you were looking at it and you said, you know what, I absolutely love those hot pink seed beads, and I got to have them. The luminous cotton candy, 11 $42.99. You can say, hey, Becky was unboxing this. Do you have any of those available? Or if you really love these 2-hole maple leaf beads and you wanted to get some of those, you can email them and ask if you could purchase them, and they'll see if they've got it available. They'll make it possible. Anyway, if you do subscribe, don't forget that there is a little link at the bottom of your packing slip for their monthly patterns. It changes every month, but it's something that's exclusive and available to subscribers. Anyway, hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and I will talk with you later. Happy beading.